Tensions in this already volatile region intensified Sunday after Russia fired at and seized 3 Ukrainian vessels and their crews as they were making their way from the Black Sea port of Odessa through the shared Kerch Strait to the port of Mariupol on the Sea of Azov. At least 6 Ukrainian sailors were injured, and the boats and their crews are in Russian custody. Ukraine has demanded their immediate release and return. The escalation prompted Ukraine's president to call for the imposition of martial law.
As president and as commander-in-chief of armed forces of Ukraine, I fulfilled my constitutional duty and a few hours ago, by my decree, introduced martial law throughout the whole Ukrainian territory starting from 9 a.m. on November 28. Russia has been conducting a hybrid war against our country for the 5th year, but by attacking Ukrainian military boats, it moved on to a new stage of aggression.
The parliament approved his request. It is the first time Kyiv has imposed such a measure since the conflict over eastern Ukraine and Crimea erupted with Moscow in 2014. NATO and Western partners expressed support for Ukraine and condemn Moscow's actions.
There is no justification for the use of military force against Ukrainian ships and naval personnel. So we call on Russia to release immediately the Ukrainian sailors and ships it seized yesterday. And we call for calm and restraint.
In New York, Ukraine called for an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, where the U.S. ambassador said she had spoken with both President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo about the situation.
The United States will maintain its Crimea-related sanctions against Russia. Further Russian escalation of this kind will only make matters worse. In the name of international peace and security, Russia must immediately cease its unlawful conduct and respect the navigational rights and freedoms of all states.
Russia says the Ukrainian ships deliberately provoked them, and they criticize President Poroshenko for seeking martial law, saying he is trying to improve his flagging popularity ahead of March elections. Margaret Besheer, VOA News, the United Nations.